Hello, everybody. This is Barry Amaker. Thank you for joining us today for our Power to Press On YouTube episode. What a privilege it is to be able to share with you through this program every time that we can. And thank you for taking time to join in. We hope it'll be a source of encouragement to you. And we want you to subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be notified every time we put something new up. And we want it to be an encouragement to you because we believe that you have the power to press on, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. But with that said, we have a part to play. We've got to prepare ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally if we're going to have that synergized state that God can use mightily to fulfill his purpose through us. He's depending on us. We are his source of moving things in this world today, and we definitely want to be ready. Well, on a previous episode, we talked about the prayer art gallery. Now, it's part of my journal. I started doing this. Now, I want to encourage you to keep a journal, a daily journal, and maybe not write in it every day, but periodically write in it and update yourself on things that are going on. What a great source of strength and calmness that can be brought to your life when you reflect back on some of the blessings, some of the trials that you might have been going through, and then you look back and you say, oh, you know, that worked out just fine. And what that does, that gives us strength when we move forward, because we know today, whatever struggling issue we're dealing with, in a couple of weeks, we're going to look back in our journal on this day and say, oh, yeah, that worked out just fine. Well, another thing that we've been doing in the journal, and we talked about it in a previous episode, and this is a continuation of that, of the prayer art gallery. Well, Hebrews 11, chapter 11, verse 1, it talks about faith being the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Well, it's hard sometimes to have faith on things that are not seen. So as a little bit of a boost for my own faith, I started doing a little prayer art gallery. I shared a little bit of it last time, and it is a powerful tool because, you know, it's a way for me to feed faith and starve doubt. We can start to doubt things that we prayed for, things that we're believing for, because the enemy will come in like a flood and try to convince us that this is not going to happen. You are out of your mind. This is way beyond your scope. Well, but if we draw a picture of it and hold on and say, no, this is what I'm believing, it feeds our faith. Now, last time on the episode of Prayer Art Gallery, I shared about the houseboat that was gone. We were just really frustrated about the houseboat on the property next to our property at the river that was an eyesore. We had done everything we could do to get it moved, and then I drew a picture in the art gallery, and I guess in just a few weeks we were back over there, and it was completely gone, and that was an exciting thing. But here's another deal that was really powerful to us. Well, back to the river. Our river house was burglarized. Yep, it was burglarized while we were gone. We came back in the house there, and someone had come in and just helped themselves to a bunch of stuff. Well, one of the things that they took was my computer, my laptop. Now, everyone, hear me well. This laptop contains all of the records, the thing that I'm doing for the books that I'm writing, all of the YouTube programs that I'm doing, the radio programs that I'm doing, everything that I am about was on that laptop, and it was gone. And I was just, oh my goodness. So, of course, we filed the police report and everything, and sure enough, the police came out and did a report. Well, I was just really discouraged, but you know what? I remembered my art gallery. I said, you know, I am going to draw, the next morning in my prayer time, I'm going to draw a picture of my computer being gone, stolen. And then I'm going to draw another picture right beside it with me having it back. And I did just that. I drew a picture of the computer being back in my possession. And And I did. I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, everything on that computer there are things that I'm doing for you that I believe you've called me to do. And so I need it back if I'm going to continue. Well, it wasn't 3 hours after I drew that picture. And kudos to the Sheriff's Department, Jackson County Sheriff's Department, for being right on it. But within 3 hours, they called me and said, Dr. Amaker, we have your computer back. Yes, indeed. I was so excited to be able to go get my computer back and pick up where I left off. Now, there are some more things that I could talk to you about things that we've drawn in the prayer journal. Kathy was going through a health issue that we were really concerned about, and we just drew a picture of that, of the particular area of her body that needed to be touched, and then she went back to the doctor the next time, and there was marked improvement in that area. So we're believing God for that. And there are a number of things. I could go all day probably on the prayer journal, out of the prayer art gallery, out of this prayer journal that I have, but I'm not. But I hope that it's motivating you to give it a try. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. How about it? How about feeding your faith today by drawing whatever it is you're believing? And you know what? Also, I write a little scripture by it. You know, I remind God of His Word. Not that it needs reminding, but I'm standing on this scripture right here. And here is a picture that I'm believing, and we'll feed our faith and starve our doubt. How about giving it a try? I hope you will. Listen, you do have the power to press on, because greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. Have a great day.